ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking for a man. It's Cuber. He looks that one in nicely. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into it.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Off the play fake, looking to buy time. He'll fire to his right. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
It's complete. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, there's an example of how this tight end can be a big weapon in the passing game. That time on the corner route does a nice job separating from the defender and hauling in the catch.
Power football with the run.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dropping back, it's Cuber. Gets it out fast. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll go to the ground. They're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going for a big play right off the bat. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12.
And that receiver had nobody around. That has got to be embarrassing for the defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Wow, you usually don't get that wide open in the end zone. If that ball comes in like that, that's a play the receiver has just got to be able to make for his team.
They'll leave it with him. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Kentucky. Lining up to add another. Right down the middle. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Motion from the offense. Back to throw, it's Cuber. Flips it out to the back. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Trying to make magic with his feet. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. Finds his man, and they convert. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. We need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Finds his tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Coming after it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it, though.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
Ooh, definitely dodged a bullet there. Listen, the quarterbacks don't run with the football all the time in practice. They're not used to all that contact sometimes. Have a tendency to cough it up a little bit. A bad play because he coughed it up? Could have been worse, though. Good thing he landed on it.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. Running with power. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Listen, guys, this is one of the top 10 passing offenses in the entire country. Maybe they're trying to catch the defense napping by going goal line and running the football. Not a lot of success on that last play. Hey, bud, get back to doing what you do best. Throw the ball.
A 3rd down try for the offense. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Inside the 35. They get him out of bounds, but a chunk play to wrap up the first quarter, and this offense will carry momentum into the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Wildcats! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David. He lobs one high down the left side. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Great play by the defensive back, showing you his variety of skills. His ability to turn the hips, his speed running downfield, turning his head to locate the football and then swatting it away. You just can't do it better.
Fires to the right. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They're bringing heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. On second down, just keeps firing. Pulls it in. It's Knox. At the 20, he's got space. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats! They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Throws to the tight end. Lost, the defense is wide open. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Nice job by the quarterback. Hey, the defense is going to let your big tight end be wide open like that. You will take that throw all day long, and they do for a big game.
He's looking to throw it. Buys a little time with his feet. Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to the air one more time. Fires to the middle. Got his man. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another one.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. Looking for a man. It's Cuber. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
It's been the buzz of college football all week, fellas, and it's finally here. An update on that top 5 battle. Utah has the lead right now, but this Rice-Eccles crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over Auburn. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this top 5 matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
It's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
After trying the running game on 1st down, they come to the line on 2nd down. Right back to the well. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Forced out of the pocket. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep. Not able to connect there.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. On the option. He'll pitch it. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wide receiver shows motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st downs.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
Using the quick game. At the 40, there he goes. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
They're trying to get to it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. LSU. Fourth down and 13, and the offense is going to give it a shot. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Kentucky! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To the air. It's Huber. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Passes incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job of defense.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. And that is no good. Well, the field goal didn't quite make it through, but still an 18-point game. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Tigers will kick it off to start the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up.
He's off to the races. He's at the 30. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. Throws toward the end zone. And that pass intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
The play action fake. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking down the middle. Complete downfield. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his protection.
They'll test the right side. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Cuber. Makes his connection. Across the 25, he's got room. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed it.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Leaves it with the back. stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They cut into the deficit the last time they had it, forced the punt, and now they can really make this a game.
And you're right back in this thing. You're creating some momentum. You got the score. You got the stop. This offense, Jesse, has a chance now to make this an absolute barn burner of a ball game.
Yeah, it's one play at a time, though, right? You're not going to get it all back in one play. Just go out, do your job, execute, keep this thing going down the field. And if things go well, like David said, we've got a game.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
He's showing you his skills on that last throw. This guy's got arm talent and accuracy, man, and some of it's not coachable. And I think back to Jamarcus Russell and Joe Burrow, two former Tiger quarterbacks that were the first overall pick in the NFL draft. They had some of that, too. They just had a feel for the position that you simply couldn't coach at the college level. This guy, man, he's got some serious tools, and he really helps make this offense dangerous.
Looking to throw, it's Cuber. Finds his big tight end. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. Go straight ahead. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
Caught in the backfield, it's Wall. He is denied, no good on the 2-point try, and the lead remains at 5.
28, LSU, 23.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it, and the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Hoping to find one that works this time on second down from the 7. Quarterback will audible. On second down, wants to throw it. He's right on target. Tripped up for the tackle.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They're working that left side. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on 3rd down and in the red zone. And for this defense giving up a 3rd down like that, that is just a gut punch.
Lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Of 3. Brings up 3rd down.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Going for the big play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Takes it on the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely.
First and 10.
First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Off play action on first down. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Final play of the quarter coming. Back to pass, it's Cuber. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. Kentucky 28, LSU 23.
A new set of downs after the completion. Comes out throwing on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. They want to just keep throwing it. Quickly complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to them and try to create some space out wide, dump them the football, let them make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
The give to the tailback. Shakes off the defender. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space on the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the 4th quarter.
Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? They cannot believe it. A great play on the interception is wiped away with the roughing the passer call. Leading by 1, they'll go ahead and go for 2 and try to make it a field goal game. Slams ahead. He's not going to make it. Still a 1-point game here in the 4th. They had hoped to push this edge out to a field goal. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, the inside give. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
Third down and 1, and this is why they call it a gut check. Snap it to the back. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, I think this running back has proven this game here tonight that he can be counted on and relied on, right? In a big moment right here, late in the game when they need to run the ball to ice this thing, he's able to deliver.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. On the move at the 30. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground. You see the speed by the ball carrier there. He's picking up a huge chunk of yards.
Now, I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wide receiver now comes in motion. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, you're in the red zone. You bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
A 3rd and long here. They can pick up the first down without getting the touchdown. Wide out in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Touchdown, Kentucky! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. Quarterback keeps it. He gets it into the end zone. The 2-point try is good, and now the lead is 7. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. To the air on first down. He's got his man. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Cuber. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Hey, listen, it's hard for an offense. When you're trailing late in the game, you've got to throw to get back in. The defense already knows it anyway. On top of that, you've got this weather that you have to deal with. These conditions are not conducive to playing pitch and catch. This is a big uphill battle for this offense.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Oh, he makes the catch. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with the first down. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Shoots it to the left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
They keep attacking through the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. Better get rid of this one quick.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. He wants a big play here late. Fires into traffic, picked off. Trying to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you've got to score, you've got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost him.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. He didn't get a lot on the return, but, man, did he set his offense up at the 30.
Let's go. Now we got ourselves a ball game. This one looked like it was almost over. In the 2-minute situation, get a few first downs, walk out of here with a W. No, sir. Defense forces the turnover. Offense, it's your turn.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Cuber. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And, guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. The completion well past the sticks. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. Looking to move it through the air. Got it. And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious.
LSU.
So you think this is automatic? This extra point attempt is filled with pressure. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Offense set on first down. Handoff to the lone back. Plows through the defense. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. They're going to ride this running back. At midfield, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Pressure coming. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. They'll line up for a second down play. Goes to the option. Quick toss. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. Perhaps duck shoes would be appropriate here as he comes out in the rain to try to win the game. Never a doubt. They have taken the lead in the final seconds, guys, and the celebration has erupted on the sideline. Here he comes from inside his own 5. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. Guys, that one was a ton of fun to call, and the players, a lot of games sort of wash away in the memory bank. Not that one. That will be an indelible mark in their memories.